What's a good word, everyone? It's your boy DKB here. I just want to say thanks for all the support. The channel's been steadily growing, and the number you see below, you can drop a text, shoot a voicemail, any ideas, topics, collabs, etc. you guys want to see. I'll include them in future videos and live streams, and I'll catch you again. Be easy. What's a good word, Jets fans? It's your boy DKB here, and I want to say a quick thank you to everyone that's been a part of the community so far, has been helping expand things and supporting, such as reaching out to other Jets content creators, giving me ideas, joining in the Discord, all of these other things. It's a big help. I'm launching memberships on Monday as we continue to expand for anyone that wants to support moving forward. I have a couple goals in mind, and this is going to be a crucial first step. For one, launching the memberships is going to allow me to invest more in the technology, upgrading lights, the laptop I'm working off of, etc. Bringing in sites like PFF and the DVOA metrics and a couple other cool ones when it comes to offense and defense that are out there. And then I do have a longer term goal in actually creating my own website. And hopefully we make that the go-to, right? So I have some ideas in mind that I'm working on there. But again, just overall, thank you guys. It's been an awesome community. I can't wait to get more and more people in here. You guys will see what's offered in each of the tiers. But with that said, let's dive into the video. And today's video is about Tanner Engstrand, because there's a concept that was put out there early in the offseason, and it's the only one where I feel like there's been a little bit of back and forth in terms of the message not being as consistent between Aaron Glenn and some of the position coaches. And this isn't a problematic thing, by the way, but just something for us to keep an eye on moving forward. So Tanner Engstrand had a press conference about 2 days ago, and this is what sparked me wanting to talk about this again, because he was asked about the explosive elements of the offense and what does that look like, what does it mean, etc. Now, to backtrack, months ago, Scott Turner, our passing game coordinator, he was asked about the offense, and he put out there that we're looking to chase explosives, right? Yes, we understand there's going to be a commitment to the ground and pound, but we're not looking to just, turtle our way up and down the field, and we're looking for these 17-13 win victories every week and having to live, on the edge of our seats. We're going to go out there and we're looking to be able to flip field extremely quick, and whether that's coming on the ground, coming through the air, doesn't matter. Music to my ears, right? Finally, a 21st century offense, and the Jets are actually able to pull it off if week one is any indicator. Now, with Aaron Glenn, his message has been, we're going to allow Justin Fields to play quarterback. We're going to be committed to the ground game, but he hasn't necessarily put out there that, yes, we're looking to have these huge explosive plays and all this kind of stuff. He's been black and white and clear about it, but he hasn't wanted to, let's say, put that undue stress and expectation out there into the universe, if you will. Scott Turner's done it. Aaron Glenn has his message. And then now with Tanner Engstrand in his press conference, he has also brought back up the fact that, yes, this is an offense or a team, generally speaking, that's looking to chase explosives, right? On defense, that would mean turnovers. On offense, we know what that means. But he actually kind of gave us a bit of a formula here into what that potentially looks like for the Jets, or what that vision on the field ends up looking like. Now, he called explosive passing plays as ones that are 16 yards or more per completion. And then on the ground, it's going to be run plays of 12 plus yards or more. I would be curious to know where he got those specific numbers from and such, because I think generally when you see like PFF sites and such, they're generally just whole numbers, right? Like 15 yards running on the ground. It might actually be 20, and I think it's 40 maybe through the air, right? Now, outside of that, we don't need to get into the arithmetic of it all when it comes to how he actually got those numbers, but he did say the goal, right? Over the course of the game, he wants to have 8 of those. Now, I assume the makeup of that, whether it ends up being all 8 on the ground or 8 through the air or 4 and 4, whatever it ends up looking like, doesn't matter so much. But essentially, the reason he wants these explosive plays, and this isn't Newton level thinking or anything going on here, but Simply, the more explosive plays you are able to get, the easier it should be, statistically speaking, for you to go out there and score. And whether that's touchdowns, field goals, doesn't necessarily matter. Definitely rings true. And I think week 1 was definitely the greatest vision, if you will, of seeing that come to fruition, right? We got to see Justin Fields utilize his legs in times where it made sense, right? He wasn't just running willy-nilly. He was having time by the O-line, by the way. Kudos to them. And when he didn't, or if someone was trying to make a play on him, he was able to use his legs to buy time, right? And really was only rushing as a result of seeing either easy yardage that was going to lead to an explosive, or it was really a last-ditch effort kind of thing. So, again, elite performance from him in week 1. And if this is what we're getting all the time, buy in 100%, right? As much as I don't want to have to spend that money right away, and I would love to see a rookie contract come through here to allow us to continue to beef up the roster a bit. If this is what you get in terms of this is what a renovated reclamation project of Justin Fields becomes, I'm fully bought in, right? He's still young. You still get a ton of upside. It's just you have to pay him more. So you'd have to pay him quicker than you would a rookie that maybe excels in some of the same facets, right? But getting back to this explosives, what we've seen on Sunday last week against the Steelers is something that didn't look out of the ordinary. It was a situation where all of our touchdowns, right, through the ground. You've seen Justin Fields use his legs, the big play to Garrett Wilson. All of these different elements were things that are easily replicated enough. And so you're not talking about fluke plays or these crazy, freaky things that happen. It was just strong execution and a scheme that really highlighted what some of these guys could do best. You take a look at all the runs we had to the left side and all of the success we had there, but that's because the right side of the offensive line was killing it when it came to being able to open up cutback lanes and walling off guys and different things of that nature. So there's a lot of different things that you can talk about walking away from that game in terms of why we had such a successful day, having somewhere around 400 yards of offense, putting up 30 plus points, and we didn't need help from special teams or defense in terms of actually giving us points or giving us turnovers to get the ball back in our hands. And if you get that against the Bills or really any of these other teams that'll come up on the schedule, you feel even better, right? The more opportunities you're giving Justin Fields in this offense, the more opportunity you're giving Tanner Engstrand to learn from his play calling and all these different things, which he also talked about, right? There were going to be some nerves. He hasn't called plays since college, but I think he showed us the foundations of being one of the better offensive coordinators coming into the league in year 1. So I'm really excited about all of this. I think the only thing as of right now, again, it's a 1-game sample size, but since I imagine we should be able to replicate this a lot, injuries are going to be the only thing that comes into play here. It was great to see that Tippmann filled in at right guard and you didn't see a steep drop off in what we were capable of doing. You imagine things will continue to grow as he gets comfortable, since he may end up staying there for the season if they don't want to give someone else a look. And so the wheels are turning in terms of thinking about what our offense will continue to evolve into, or is this going to be something we can pull off every game in terms of Breece Hall having close or around 20 carries per game. He can top 100 yards on any given week. Braylon Allen having more success on the ground. I know the stat sheet didn't look great, but he had some excellent runs, hard-nosed football, opening things up in terms of that change of pace, back situation and all that kind of stuff. And we didn't really have a secondary answer just yet, right? Mason Taylor still dealing with the ankle. We'll have to see what happens with him. Jeremy Rucker at least looked like an NFL tight end suddenly. And we'll have to see how Josh Reynolds or Arian Smith or Tyler Johnson can come on here. So there's even further levels that we can reach, whether it's bringing in someone to help out in terms of a weapon or someone just developing as we get, acclimated to this new offense. So I'm excited, but let me know what you guys think about Tanner Engstrand's formula for how the Jets are going to have success on offense when it comes to these explosive plays. And I'll catch you guys again. Peace.